On June 9th, 2025, the urban explorer Urbex Hill uploaded a video that quickly gained attention, a life-threatening encounter he experienced inside the Rockefeller Building. The Rockefeller Building, located in Cleveland, Ohio, was once a proud 17-story office tower from the early 1900s. Over time, as companies moved out and the downtown area changed, the building was left behind, vacant, silent, and forgotten. Urbex Hill entered the building to document its decay, like he'd done so many times before, but this exploration would turn out very different. At first, everything seemed normal. The usual broken furniture, peeling paint, and flickering light from his flashlight. But after some time, he began finding things that didn't belong there. He came across an old pill bottle lying on a dusty table and what looked like medical items nearby, suggesting someone might have been staying there. The deeper he went, the stranger things became. Several windows were shattered, with bullet holes marking the glass. On the floor below them were shell casings scattered across the concrete. It was clear something violent had happened here. At some point, Urbex Hill explains, "I started hearing multiple voices from the stairwell, and what sounded like music playing from a phone," he says. Frightened, he quickly turned off his light but kept the camera running, in case whoever was there wasn't friendly. He stayed completely still, listening in the dark, trying to figure out what was happening. The voices grew louder, and he assumed they might just be other urban explorers. Feeling a bit of relief, he turned his flashlight back on and walked toward the sound. When he reached the stairwell door, he saw a woman heading up the stairs. As soon as she noticed him, rushed upward toward her group. That's when one of the men with her started shouting. He yelled down at Urbex Hill, threatening him, warning him to leave or he'd be shot. There was some tense back and forth, and realizing things could get much worse, Urbex Hill decided to avoid confrontation. He turned and made his way to the lower levels. But it wasn't over. Not long after, he heard the same voices again, this time echoing through the lower floors. They were looking for him. He tried to stay quiet, moving carefully through the dark corridors, his breathing heavy and camera shaking. Every sound and every step could give him away. Finally, after what felt like forever, he found the exit. He slipped out of the building and ran into the night, shaken but alive. What happened to Urbex Hill inside the Rockefeller Building isn't just an isolated story. It's a real reminder of how dangerous abandoned places can be. Across the United States, countless vacant buildings have become hotspots for serious problems. Not just decay and vandalism, but real criminal activity. Police reports and urban safety studies show that abandoned buildings are often used by squatters looking for shelter, by vandals causing destruction, and sometimes by individuals involved in far worse activities. These places aren't just empty, they can be unpredictable. When a building is left unsecured, it becomes a magnet for danger. It's not unusual to find signs of people living there, evidence of substance use, or even gunfire damage like broken windows and shell casings. And that's not something you ever want to stumble across when you're alone. If you're exploring, always remember, you never really know who or what might still be inside. Even experienced explorers say it over and over. Never go alone. Bring someone with you, have a plan. Keep your phone ready and always tell someone where you're going. Because in places like these, things can go from calm to life-threatening in seconds. Just one wrong turn, one encounter, or one sound in the dark can change everything. Urbex Hill's story is a perfect example of how quickly an exploration can turn dangerous. Not because of ghosts or the supernatural, but because of real people and real risks. Exploring abandoned buildings might seem exciting, but safety should always come first.